snap is Mack, looking. He pump fakes. Now he's in trouble. He's going to run to the 10, to the 5, to the 2, to the 1. Touchdown, Davenport! Mack Vandenhout's first touchdown as a Panther is a big one. And B. On the board. Snap is Mack, looking. Davenport men's basketball against Roosevelt coming up in just a moment here on Flow Sports and DUPanthers.com. Stay with us. Davenport men's basketball is on the air live from the Davenport Student Center on the campus of Davenport University in Caledonia, Michigan. It's the Davenport Panthers taking on the Roosevelt Lakers in the final game of the 24-25 season. Hi, everyone. I'm Rick Berkey alongside with the head coach, Bert Paddock, for your Coach's Corner visit. Coach, first of all, you don't have it happen too often in your career that you go into a game knowing it's your last game of the year, but you have that tonight.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. The season is definitely not going the way we had hoped and stuff. But like I told our guys tonight, it's our last game. Got to treat it like it's a national championship game. I've told you this all year. It's probably getting redundant and getting old to you, but my guys came in this morning and had just an unbelievable shoot-around. Their attitudes are great and stuff. Maybe we need to have a little bit more upsetness to us. But our guys have such great attitudes. They come in every day and they work hard. And unlike any other day, or like every other day today, they came in this morning, had an awesome shoot-around. I think we'll get a good effort from them again today.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it Tuesday, but one of those guys who's been working hard all along finally got some offensive success. Aiden Moon last week with consecutive career highs, 14 and 15.
You know, I'm not going to lie to him. We begged him all year, just shoot it. I told him, I said, I don't care if you make it or miss it. Like, we needed him to be an offensive, a little more aggressive offensively for us so that teams would maybe guard him a little closer to the three. And he's such a gifted kid. He can shoot it. He can drive it. He's big and strong. And, it's not necessarily his DNA as a guy that wants to just gas up a lot of shots. But we do, moving forward, moving into next year, he's a guy that can really guard, and he's a good rebounder for us. He's just got to get that confidence about himself to just keep taking those open shots, and he's done that the last couple of games, and he did. He made a few of them, and hopefully that'll continue today.
In game one against the Lakers, they controlled the tempo. They really did pretty much from the get-go, and that was, I thought, one of the keys of the game.
They really got us on our heels. They trapped every ball screen that we set, and we didn't have a plan. We talked about it in several timeouts, but it's tough when you're dealing with a bunch of 17, 18-year-old freshmen out there, and they are trapping everywhere. It did. It really put us on our heels, and we couldn't figure out how to get short rolls and get it back to those big guys. And like I said, it's hard to score when you're running away from the basket, and so we've done a good job, I felt like, as a staff, working on those things even before the grand Grand Valley game. They're a hard hedge team as well, and so we've been working all week long on short rolls and getting that thing reversed as quick as possible and dealing with double teams. And so hopefully we'll have a good plan today, and hopefully our kids can execute. Because if you can get it out of that trap, you should be 4-on-3 against the rest of them. It was really difficult for us, having not prepared for it much that last game, because they really hadn't done much of it, of dealing with those traps at their home.
And defensive or offensively for them, 2 of the 3 top scorers in the GLIAC, their backcourt, 2 guards and Brown and Prater. Anything you're going to do differently with that kind of scoring threats?
We better do something different. Yeah, last game I felt like we were just so spread out. When you watch the film, our minds, we just weren't ready to go in that game. Our defense has been really good for us this year when you look at the stats. And, yeah, when we went to their place, we were so spread out. They did a good job of spreading the floor, but we didn't get into the gaps. We didn't help. We didn't realize that, man, those are the two of the best players in our conference. And so, yeah, we've got several different things. Going to try to trap some ball screens, try to get the ball out of those guys' hands. But more than anything, just get in the positions where we're supposed to be so those kids can't turn the corner. The other thing we did a poor job of last time is you got to make those kids use the ball screen so the bigs get involved. And last time we let them refuse them. And, man, it was one-on-one to the basket with our point guard and our little guys, and it was really tough to compete with those guys. So forcing them to use ball screens, let our big guys have an influence on it, that should help a lot.
That's Coach Bert Paddock here in Coach's Corner. I'm Rick Berkey. Bill Rowan is here. Bill, the starting lineup's being introduced already. Let's take a quick look at the numbers, how they stack up statistically in the final game of the season for your DU Panthers.
Good to be with you, Rick Berkey, as we get ready to wrap it up for the year. Davenport comes in last in the conference offensively, averaging 65 a game. Visitors average 72. On the other hand, Roosevelt comes in 10th in the conference. Defensively, they give up 80. Davenport only 73. 42% shooting for Davenport, 43 for the visitors. 33 from three-point range for the visitors. 31 for Davenport. Free throws, trouble for Davenport. We hit 60%. Roosevelt 72%. Rebounds, Roosevelt does not rebound well. They are last in the conference. They tend to give up 5 more than they get. Davenport breaks even. Davenport turns the ball over 3 more times than its opponents. Roosevelt turns it over 1 more time. Roosevelt with a lot to play for tonight as they are battling for the last playoff spot while Davenport wraps it up.
We'll tell you a little bit more about the situation with Roosevelt as we get into it. Davenport gets the tap start, moving it right to left as you view it from our talented technicians up top. We're opposite the teams and opposite the camera. Mateus Vrabel swings it over outside in the corner. Moon, we just talked about him with Coach, pops it up from 15 and lights it up. I think he's just discovering what he can be, Bill.
Took a while, but he's shooting good ball.
Hits his first shot from the floor. Davenport, again, would love to finish up the season on the victory side. Running jumper is short. Rebound, bat around grab by Dylan Smith. DU with the ball. Javon Tucker, the Panthers' leading scorer, pretty much from the get-go, swings it. Now this is right side. Joey Cabana on the baseline, spins and jumps it up a little bit, partially blocked, I think. The rebound grab by the Lakers, coached by Dee Brown, the former All-American at the University of Illinois. 3rd year heading the program in Chicago. This is 40 Prater. Prater, the senior from Starkville, Mississippi. 3-ball outside is off. They are in for Reed. Davenport brings it back down. Tucker in the corner. Brings it up. Ball slapped away, nearly stolen into the backcourt. Deflection. Davenport keeps with 8 to shoot. Cabana wants a screen. Gets it. Nothing happening to Dylan Smith. He's got to jump it. No, he'll dump it inside. Little jank shot up no good by Vrabel, but he's fouled. Mateus will get 2 from the line. Speaking of Mateus, he goes to the line, by the way. He said his parents got a kick out of us saying hi to him in the Czech Republic last week. They did hear it and enjoyed it.
Good. Hope they're listening right now, whether on tape delay or otherwise.
This is Mateus Vrabel at the line for a pair of free throws where he's struggled all year. He comes up short as he's done many times. Second one for the freshman is dead center. Give him the point. Give Davenport the first 3 of this one. We played a little under 2 minutes here. The finale here, Davenport and Roosevelt the Lakers from the Windy City. One of 3 Lakers teams in the GLIAC now, of course, Grand Valley State, Lake Superior State, and Roosevelt in the Windy City. Drive inside, picking up the dribble. They'll dump it back outside. Nice spin inside by Yaklich. Doesn't go. Rebound tapped around, kept by the Lakers. And they'll reset back out right in front of us here. Screen for Prater. Nice dish inside. The pump fake, drawing the foul was Haywood. If you're going to get him, don't let him get the and one. And they made sure of that.
Yeah, really a nice pass there. 40 Prater sliding the ball down low.
First foul for either team. Oh, I thought he was shooting. They say he was not. Actually, it's the first foul for your Panthers. Not sure who got it. There it is. It's on Vrabel. He'll kick it back outside. Now reset at the top of the key with Prater, the senior, 18 points a game. Number 2 in the league in scoring. They've got the number 2 and 3 scoring guys, both in the backcourt. There's a fall-away 3 from the right corner for Robinson. Doesn't go, and DU brings it back. Still shutting them out so far. Caban inside, lost total control, threw up wildly, and they say he was looking for the foul. He got the travel instead.
Going to head back the other way, says the official. They are tonight Ross Winter, Kyle Bowen, and Chad Palmer, a veteran crew, calling the shots tonight. Early substitution, Montrell Oliver coming in for Cabana. Vrabel also to the bench. We see Alden Ritt.
Ritt's minutes have increased significantly in the last month of the season. This is Griffin Yaklich. Now back outside, Inari Thomas, the number 3 scorer in the league at 17.5 points per contest. Kicks in the corner to Fred Robinson. Fred will bring it back out with 8 to shoot. Robinson wants to bring it in the paint. He does. Lost his balance. Throws it out near midcourt. 3-2-1. It's slapped into the front court. It'll go to the Lakers, but they're going to have the ball in the backcourt with 1 second to shoot, Bill. I'm not sure what the strategy is in this case. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this before.
Me neither.
In the backcourt, they've got to go the length of the court and get a shot off. I remember I've seen it maybe at the end of a game situation, but not here when the game is not on the line.
What?
That's about all you can do, and it'll be a turnover and goes back to Davenport.
So the 78-footer misses.
Does that shot count against his stats, though? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. It does on the road, it doesn't at home.
3 minutes in, the Panthers have the only 3 points of this one. Tucker nearly had it stolen away by his pestering guard Prater. There is a foul out front on the Lakers. Khalil Haywood, the senior from Granada Hills, California, picks up the personal. DU get it back. It's Haywood, Yaklich, Prater, Reed, and Robinson out there. Tucker to the elbow. Guy cut off nicely and had it swiped away cleanly. Nice steal by Prater that time. Senior brings it across himself. Now Yakic holds it out here for Inari Thomas, the junior, playing in his home city. There's a jumper outside by Prater for 3, and he ties it up just like that. He had 19 points against Davenport in the first game at their place, including 3 3-point buckets. His triple here deadlocks us at 3 apiece. We got a immediate timeout, next dead ball coming. Tucker measures the rainbow 3, and it's way off, no good. Strong rebound just in the game. Oliver gives to Dylan Smith, and he'll fake and then put it off the glass strong. Weak side rebound by Yaklich. Good offensive board that time by Montrell Oliver off the bench. But dump inside, nothing there, so they'll pull it back out. It'll go into the backcourt, another backcourt violation. The other one was not, but it was just the same effect. We get our first immediate timeout with a 3-3 tie and a slugfest, we can call it so far. Let's go back to that situation, Bill, with Roosevelt in 9th place currently, starting the action tonight. Saginaw Valley 1 spot ahead in 8th, 6-12 versus 5-13. Roosevelt a game behind, but they do own the tiebreaker.
And they do that because if you are even with somebody, then they look and see who beat the best team up above you.
First they go head-to-head,
Yep.
and the two teams split between Roosevelt and Saginaw Valley. So they start at the top of the key, top of the standings, which would be Michigan Tech, and you go down until one of those two teams has a better record. If there's a tie, right now Roosevelt's a game behind Saginaw Valley, which has a big game at home tonight.
Yeah, and by the way, for some of our Chicago listeners, maybe Roosevelt fans, we're going to keep our eye on Lake Superior at Saginaw Valley. So Saginaw Valley has the advantage of a one-game lead for that eighth place spot. Saginaw Valley 6-12, Roosevelt 5-13, and the Cardinals are home tonight. We'll let you know how they do as that game goes on. Other games tonight, Ferris is at Wayne. Those are both the Saginaw Valley game and the Wayne game are 7:30 games, so they're underway. Tech is at Purdue Northwest at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and Northern Michigan is at Wisconsin Parkside, 8:30 Eastern time. So those games will start a half an hour and an hour from our start here.
Top two teams in the GLIAC standings, Michigan Tech and Lake State, have already not only clinched the playoff spot, but they've clinched a home court in the first round. Ferris State, Northern, Parkside, and Grand Valley playing. I think Grand Valley's got a very remote chance to get a home spot. Ferris State and Northern a very excellent chance to be the other two with a home in first round. Rayshawn Brown, the senior, playing his final game as a Panther in there with the basketball right now. It has the ball slapped out of his hands. It'll stay with DU. It's Rayshawn Brown, Dylan Smith, Alden Ritt, Aiden Moon, and Montrell Oliver for your Panthers. For the Lakers, Fred Robinson, the fourth out there, number 5. Rayshawn brings it to the right wing. They cut him off. He keeps the dribble alive to the baseline. Now he goes inside, and it's deflected and stolen away. A turnover, Davenport.
Roosevelt really playing pickpocket defensively early. It hasn't always worked, but they're getting the steals.
Baseline J doesn't go. Alden Ritt snares the board for DU. Panthers trying to break the deadlock here. Ritt in the corner to Moon. Gets it back now. Dylan Smith outside. Rayshawn Brown, a three-point launch from the top. Rims off, no good, but tapped up and in by Aiden Moon, who's got 4 of your Panthers' 5 points.
Got the rebound and did not go back down to the earth, just put it right back up off the right side.
Board and bucket for the sophomore from Ann Arbor. Drive inside off the window. It doesn't go, a little bit strong. Rebound, Oliver throws it off the leg of the defender. Montrell got a nice rebound, but then a careless pass turns it right back over. This is Prater. 4 rebounds, I mentioned, number 2 scorer, also number 3 in the league in assists. Nice deflection by Dylan Smith, who goes on and grabs it himself. Great defense that time by number 13 for DU. Panthers with the ball, 2-point lead. Rayshawn, another 3-point launch. That one rattles home. Rayshawn Brown with a 3-ball. First triple of the game for DU, gives them a 8-3 advantage. Wide open inside for the layup, and it does go. Count the basket. They would have counted it anyway. Give that bucket to Kennedy Brown off the bench. There was a goaltending on DU, but the ball went in anyway, so Brown gets his first 2. The senior from Chicago averages 7 a game. Joey Cabana back in for the Panthers. Aiden Campus in the lineup for D. Brown's Lakers. 3-point lead for DU. We played a little over 6 minutes so far. Cabana, the true freshman from Chelsea, Michigan, up high with Dylan Smith. Puts it on the floor all the way down, reverses it off the glass a little off. Might have been partially blocked that time by Brown. Yaklich brings it back the other way. Down the lane, off the window, no, but he's fouled, and Yaklich will get a pair from the line. Griffin Yaklich, the grad student from Joliet, Illinois, number 2 rebounder in the league at 7 boards per game. 7 points per contest also for Griff. He banks that one really off. I don't know if he tried, it almost looked like he tried to bank that.
Lots of Chicago area kids on the Roosevelt roster, 7 of them.
Just a 51% free throw shooter on the season. We can relate to that somehow. But he hits 1 of 2. His first point gets his team back within a deuce. 8-6 DU with the lead in the basketball. Left to right to us, right to left as you watch it. Cabana with Alden Ritt measured a 3, didn't launch. Now he'll do the same. Gets his man in the air. Back to Cabana, pump fake. Ritt comes over with 10 to shoot. Nothing happening on this one at all. Dylan Smith in the corner. Cabana, 3-point launch. It's off, no good. Strong rebound that time by Kennedy Brown, the senior. Averages 4 per game for the Lakers. 3 for the corner is dead center. Give that bucket to Aiden Campos. He averages 3 a game, and he matched it already with a triple try. And he gives the visitors from the Windy City their first lead of the night, 9-8, a 6-0 run by Roosevelt.
Real early numbers for you, Rick. Both teams currently 3 for 9 from the field. Davenport 1 for 4 from 3-point range. Visitors 2 for 4, and so there's your different point, 9-8 lead. Early rebounding numbers, Davenport 7-5 advantage, and we always track the turnovers. Davenport with 4 so far, the visitors with 3.
Panthers break the huddle with Mateus Rabel, Montrell Oliver, Alden Ritt, Joey Cabana, Aiden Moon. Lakers get Daniel Reed back out there along with Aiden Campos, who just hit the triple. 40 Prater, Griffin Yaklich, and Kennedy Brown round out the 5 for the visitors. Rabel puts it on the floor, put it off the window, and got it to go.
Nice job, just powered his way in from the left side, and none of the spin around hook jumper. He just went after it.
Give him 3 on the night, give Davenport a 1-point lead, 12.5 to go in our half. Skip pass in the corner, Yaklich back out here with it, Campos. Give and go back to Campos, he just hit a 3, and this one rims out. Rebound Cabana for the Panthers. Moon back to Joey. Well, he wanted to go to Joey. Instead, he got almost traveled. Here goes Cabana on the block to work, working one way, and to throw it up wildly and draw the contact. And, oh, they're going to call him a travel. Pretty good defense by Kennedy Brown that time.
Yeah, Mateus kept backing him in and backing him in. It may be that Brown took a step backward, which caused Mateus to back up more than he wanted to. Steps ball over to Roosevelt.
Lakers bring it back as we had a couple of lead changes the last few possessions. High screen for 40 Prater. The senior brings it to the left wing. Out pops Haywood. Now Brown's 3 from outside doesn't go. Rebound batted loose. Grabbed by the Lakers. They get another possession. A 3 by Daniel Reed from the top is good. Daniel Reed gets his first points of the game. The senior gives his team a 2-point lead, 12-10. Get another media timeout, next dead ball. There's a little hand check foul on Prater. That'll be his first. Should be a media timeout, and it is. Bill's going to take a look at the women's game against Roosevelt earlier tonight.
Yeah, Coach Shonda Sanders' women's team, the Panthers, wrapped up their season at 6-22 overall and 4-16 in the GLIAC. They were beaten 62-50 by Roosevelt. Via Williams with 11 points, and Lily Gustafson with 10 led the way. Significant stats in that game. This is kind of interesting. Each team shot exactly, if you're keeping track, 35.1%. So how is it, what was the magic? The magic in this game where each team shot equally. Roosevelt out-rebounded Davenport 54-36. So we get an 18 rebound advantage, which produced 74 shots to only 57 for Davenport. I hate math, but when somebody shows me a number that's meaningful, bottom line, Roosevelt got 17 more shots, even though both teams shot equally, and guess what? They won the game by 12.
Lily Gustafson and J.C. Walker played their final games for Davenport in their careers. Gustafson, you mentioned 10 points also, another double-double with 14 boards. J.C. Walker rounded out her career with 7 points in her finale.
Saw one of the Davenport women come over, say some nice words to you. Wanted her picture taken with a movie star. No movie star was available.
So I stepped in.
She got her picture taken with you. Kind of a classy group, though. I like the Davenport women's team.
They were ravaged by injury from day one. Coach Sanders never had 10 players healthy to scrimmage virtually the entire season.
Up to practice.
And Brable lost it on the floor. It's stolen away by the Lakers. Quickly ahead. This is Inari Thomas. Reverse layup up and in. Inari Thomas had 20 points in the first game between these two teams. Gets his first 2 here and gives his team a 14-10 lead. Lakers on an 11-2 run right now. Terrell in for DU. He gets it right inside to Brable, and he is bumped before the shot. That'll be the first on Kennedy Brown. Panthers trigger it back in. A screen up high for Cabana, who pops it from the top, and it rolls off no good. Strong rebound, Vrabel up, and he draws another foul. That'll be 2 quick ones on Kennedy Brown. They'll have to give him out of there probably.
I would think so. Mateus third in the GLIAC in overall rebounds. O&D coming into this week. Dylan Smith first in the conference in offensive rebounds. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch for Davenport for next year.
Mateus Vrabel at the line, rattles in that first one. He has scored in double figures 16 times this year for DU. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's going to get double figs tonight.
He's averaging 10.7.
Small limb. Very small. A branch probably. But he's made 3 out of 4 from the line. That's a very encouraging sign for the lefty from the Czech Republic. Davenport falling down by 4, gets back within a deuce. Jonas Vanderwood in the lineup for the first time, badgering the ball handler for the Lakers. Drive inside by Reed. Off the window, no good. Vrabel with the board. DU with a chance to tie or take the lead here. They bring it across. Terrell to Vrabel. Mateus with 4 last time he's touched it. He'll go up again and draw another foul and go back to the line. So 2 bigs right now, 6'5" Khalil Haywood and Kennedy Brown, the 6'8" senior, with 2 personal fouls each. D. Brown protesting a little bit to official Kyle. But Vrabel will go back to the line for a pair.
I think D's just working on the next call.
He's short. When he misses short more often than not. 10.5 points and the number 5 rebounder in the GLIAC at 7 rebounds per contest is the true freshman. Taking a little more time with his second effort. And there you go, 4 for 6 from the line and a game-high 6 points for Vrabel. DU back within a single digit. We're at the midway point of this first half. They're going to double team Prater. He whips it over here. Now they get it inside. Now back into the corner. Open 3 for Thomas. Turns it down. Now Prater measures an NBA 3. Gives it over here and it's stolen away. Vanderwood, 2-on-1. Vanderwood will hang. Scoop it up off the glass. No good. Rebound by Terrell. Had it. Lost it out of bounds to the Lakers.
Vanderwood did a good job of protecting his body on that layup, but the ball just didn't go in, and then he ended up with one of the Lakers laying on top of him underneath. He's okay.
Still a 1-point game in this low-scoring affair. Nice driving bucket that time by Fred Robinson. His first two, he had 16 in game one with 3 triples. And there's
Steal,
a steal and a
Vanderwood
breakaway for Robinson. Timeout Davenport. Panthers got within 1, but 4 in a heartbeat from Robinson.
Turnover number now 6-3. Davenport having the 6. Points off turnovers 8-3. Roosevelt having the 8. 5-point advantage there, and they lead the game by 5.
I want to thank, before we get caught up in the game and forget, as we often do, we want to thank Justice Steiner, Sports Information Department from Davenport, along with, of course, with SID Ryan Thompson, and the irrepressible Anthony Clark in the background for their help all season long with their stats, game notes, etc. We come back to play. Bert Paddock stressing ball protection there. You mentioned that is actually now 7 turnovers for DU. And there's number 8. And it's another turnover for touchdown almost. A drive inside, put up, and no good. But 2 more shots from the line for the Lakers.
Little surprised, Rick. Points in the paint has been going Davenport's way in the final third of the season, but Roosevelt has 8 and Davenport has 2 so far.
2 fouls on Aiden Moon now. And R.A. Thomas, told you the number 3 scorer in the league at 17 points per contest. Drains his first from the stripe this evening. Second one also good. Isaiah Foster in the lineup for the first time, the redshirt freshman from Holt, Michigan, in the Lansing area. Panthers' biggest deficit right now has grown to 7, 20-13. Not much happening on offensively right now for DU, not much motion. Baseline drive, Tucker picks it up to Vrabel. Gets a return handoff. Tuck for the fall-away 3, it is well short. Rebound on the weak side, Vanderwood. Nice dish to Vrabel, will put it up and no good. Vanderwood nearly stole it away, but the Lakers come away with it. Screen for Prater. Swinging open 3 for Yaklich downtown, and it's good. I think that's Campos with the 3. Aiden Campos, a pair of 3s off the bench. He's already doubled his season average of 3, has the redshirt freshman from Rockford, Illinois. He's got 6, and the lead just like that balloons to 10, 23-13.
Told you we'd keep you up on those other scores. Ferris leads Wayne 19-14 midway through the first half. We don't have a score yet on that Lake Superior at Saginaw Valley game. Maybe you got one, Rick?
I'm going to go to a backup source, see if I can find that, because I know our Roosevelt listeners are tuned into that. And I do have a score.
Good news or bad?
It is good news for Roosevelt. Lake State leads Saginaw Valley 19-6. About 11 minutes left in the first half on that one, so Roosevelt certainly needs to win tonight. Roosevelt could be eliminated tonight. If Roosevelt loses to Davenport and Saginaw Valley comes back and beats Lake State, that would clinch the number 8 spot in the playoffs for the Cards of Saginaw Valley. But as we said, they're down by 13 already. Roosevelt's up by a double-digit margin here with 8:11 to go in our first half.
If both those teams were to win tonight or both were to lose, making it a one-game gap on Saturday, Roosevelt is at Grand Valley State. They could win that one Saturday. Saginaw Valley has to host Ferris.
So there's hope for Roosevelt. To see if they can dash some of those hopes right now. Panthers stagnated against that zone defense. Dylan Smith, a rare three from the top. It's short. And the rebound by Robinson for the Roosevelts. They are located in downtown Chicago. For those of you not familiar with the school, I mean the heart of downtown. When we did the game there, the L train went right behind broadcast position in the stands. Backing his way in, Anari Thomas on the baseline. Nice defense by Isaiah Foster, and he forces the turnover. Tucker 1-on-2. Will he keep? He will. To a trailing Rayshawn Brown. Paddock looking for some kind of offense. Into Vrabel. Nice pivot for the bucket. No, he won't go. He'll get two from the line. Very unhappy with himself as Mateus for not getting the finish.
Yeah, Vrabel slapping the court with both hands afterward. Earning another trip to the free throw line.
So Griffin Yaklich gets his second foul. That is 3 Lakers with 2 personal fouls. Brown, Yaklich, and Haywood. And Vrabel, who has already shot 6 free throws in the first 12:45 of this one, has now shot 7. He has split, actually he's 3 for, I'll get it right, 4 for 7 so far. One more chance here for his 7th point of the contest. Oh, he'll get an extra one. Yeah, he'll get an extra one. The player on the line there, Kennedy or Inari Thomas, lost his balance, stepped in the line, so that second attempt never happened officially. And when you're struggling from the line, as Mateus has done for much of this year, you will take every extra effort you can get. And he cashes in on it.
Got it.
So he's 5 for 8 from the stripe. Game high 7 points for the freshman. DU back within 9. Backing up is Prater. Bounces it inside, nice dish, and a foul before the shot, I believe. It's going to be on DU. I think Rayshawn Brown gets it. He does. He was not in the act of shooting, although they're lobbying, trying to get that. Lost. We don't get it. We get our trends stat is not on the monitor today, so we can't see how long it's been a cold stretch for Davenport. Haven't had a field goal in quite a while. Thinking about an NBA 3 was Prater. Now he dribbles to the top. Now he will take a top from the pop. No. Rebound, Dylan Smith. Isaiah Foster brings it across. Dishes it ahead to Vrabel. Nice catch on the baseline. He's a little deep, but he'll work his way around. Gets it up there. Throws it up wildly. No good. Smith with a rebound up and in.
That's his right side where he excels. They're going to Vrabel a lot tonight.
They got the Twin Towers working there. Dylan Smith's first 2 gets DU back within 7. Outside, faking the 3 is Thomas. Brings it up, had it slapped away, but it's retrieved by Davenport. Here comes Isaiah Foster to a trailing Rayshawn Brown. Nice dish again to Vrabel. He puts it up and in.
Again and again and again, they go to him underneath.
9 for Vrabel. Timeout, D. Brown, not happy at all. Panthers have scored 5 unanswered to get back within 5 with 5:57 to go in our first half.
Vrabel unofficially, I don't believe this. Now he's got only 3 shots, but that's because they hammer him every time he gets the ball. Davenport has certainly been going to him. And if he gets hot at the free throw line, to go with his already, what did you say, Rick?
9 points.
9 points. Love to see him get 20.
12-9 rebound edge for Davenport. Nobody with more than 2 for either team, actually. We also want to commend the best GLIAC public address announcer in the conference, and Mike Lee, for his fine work again this year.
The best voice in all the land.
We call him Pipes for a reason. Hope to hear him this fall on 96.1 The Game in Grand Rapids with our high school football coverage, which you are a vital part of with your
bizarre thoughts.
Soon to be award-winning thoughts before the kickoff.
I don't know about the word soon, and I don't know about the word award or winning.
If we're still breathing, it's soon.
Well,
Prater takes the inbound pass. The Panther bench exhorting the defense to clamp down. 40 Prater in the lane, forces a wild one up and gets it to go somehow. How did he get that shot to drop? His back was to the basket when he let it go. Dylan Smith picks up his first personal. And 40 Prater. It's pronounced 40. It's spelled F-O-R-T-E as in Forte. When we were at their place, they told me it was Forte. Now they're here, they're telling me it's 40. He completes the three-point play, whatever it's called. It's a half dozen for the Panthers, or for the Lakers' 18 points per game score. He stops the 5-0 Davenport run. DU down by an 8 spot. Tucker wants a screen to the left side, pick and roll with Vrabel. Skip pass in the corner. Rayshon fakes the jumper. Brings it into traffic. Falls away from outside. It's off, no good. And the rebound by Thomas. Thomas, 17.5 points a game, has 4 so far. Nearly stolen away nicely by Isaiah Foster. Look at Isaiah intent on his man-to-man defense. Backing up now beyond the arc, Fred Robinson, the 4th. Junior has 4 points to his credit. Pick and roll here with Prater. Prater with 5 to shoot. To the left side, falls from the baseline. Back of the iron, no. Tapped around and finally snared by Dylan Smith. Look out, Dill. Gives to Tuck. Jovan in the corner. Rayshon to Joe. Vrabel wants it. Calling for it. Skips it outside. Rayshon in the corner. Isaiah Foster to Dylan. Give and go back to Foster. Nice dish to Vrabel. The right hand is good.
Give him 11.
And give a nice assist to Isaiah Foster on that bounce pass in traffic. Vrabel with 55% of the Panthers' points so far. Fall away 3 by Fred Robinson is short. Rebound from the weak side by Tucker. Isaiah to a streaking Vrabel. Bobbled it, got it back. Throws it to Dylan. He'll fake. He'll give it in the corner. Rayshon, a 3-point set shot. He does not get the roll. Thought he might get a crawler there. Immediate timeout coming next dead ball with under 4 to go in a rapidly paced first half. Prater with a half dozen, throws it out of bounds, back to DU after our timeout. Let's catch up on some more numbers, Bill.
You bet, Rick. Field goal percentages, Roosevelt shooting 43% to Davenport's 35. Davenport a little problem with three-pointers. They're 1 for 7, whereas Roosevelt is 4 for 10. Rebounding, Davenport with a 14-11 advantage. And points off turnovers, though, Roosevelt with a 12-6 advantage.
Roosevelt followers will be glad to hear that Saginaw Valley is still trailing by 10 points to Lake State, 27-17, just under 7 minutes left in the half in Saginaw. Yeah, the turnovers bug catching up now with Roosevelt. They've got 7. Individual leading scorers unofficially. Vrabel leads everybody with 11 for Davenport. Aiden Moon has 4. For the Rosies, as I like to call them, Prater has 6, and Robinson and Thomas 4 apiece. Campos has 6 on a pair of 3 balls off the bench for D. Brown's Lakers.
I think you told me, Rick, that as Vrabel is excelling tonight, his parents often listen the morning after because it's 2 in the morning in Ostrava right now. I'm hoping that they're up. Kids playing really well. Also found out you and I could go to Ostrava and get coal. Its nickname is Black Ostrava because it is a leading coal producer in Europe.
As opposed to Orange Ostrava or Green?
Orange Julius.
Panthers with the ball down by a half dozen here. And here's the ball nearly stolen at midcourt. Good recovery that time by Dylan Smith. Alden Ritt back in the lineup for DU. And there's just backdoor to Isaiah. He'll give it over here and he'll give it away.
Tried to find Vrabel again.
Good idea. I think he just should have thrown it up high because Vrabel would have gone up and gotten it and probably been fouled again. Daniel Reed, the senior from Chicago, hit a 3-ball earlier now. He's back out there running the point for the Lakers. Going to work on the left side. This is Brown and puts it up and in.
Little hook.
Kennedy Brown with 4. Lead back up to 8. Under 3 to go in this half. Ritt with Vrabel. He is hammered, no whistle, and stolen away by Isaiah. He'll put it up off the glass. Yes, and a foul. Good strength that time by Isaiah Foster for his first points of the game.
He got a nice pass from Dylan Smith and banged into his defender whose feet weren't set up off the glass.
I think that's the second foul on Prater also. I'll double check that, but that's another player with 2 fouls for the Lakers. Foster completes the old-fashioned 3-point play. Good job by Isaiah, who's already exceeded his season average with that one sequence right there. Panthers back within 5. Seems like they should be down by more than that, doesn't it, Bill?
Yeah. Of course, the 3 points that we just got didn't hurt.
Kennedy Brown just scored inside, so he's going to try to dump it outside this time. They'll reset between the circles with Thomas. Free throw line jumper by Brown rattles home. Kennedy Brown with a nice touch, give him a half dozen. 1 shy of his season average already. Panthers down 7 with 2:05 to go. Boy, the defense of the Lakers, they're one from the bottom here, but they're playing really good defense here tonight. Statistically, they're 10th of the 11-team league.
Well, they typically give up 80.
Isaiah drives inside, dumps it. Vrabel fakes the jumper, baseline, draws the contact. That could be number 3 on Prater. This could be a big one. Let's check it. It is on Prater. Let's see if it is number 3. It is his 3rd. D. Brown will get him out with a nasty glare from Coach Brown, as if to say, I trusted you. I left you out there with 2 fouls because I trusted you would not commit a 3rd, and then you did it.
So late in the half to pick that one up.
Vrabel shooting a 1-and-1, and he got that one to go.
He's going to have 10 free throw attempts in the first half after this one coming up.
6 for 9 already from the stripe. He shot just over 50% for the season, but he's 7 out of 10 this evening with a game-high 13. And the Panthers crawl back within 5 again with 100 seconds remaining. Double team trap, they handle it pretty well. Kick in the corner to Robinson. Skip pass in the opposite corner to Reed. Jumpers up from 15 and hits it. Pretty looking jumper by Daniel Reed. He's got 5.
Yeah, a bit of a rainbow there.
Panthers down a touchdown with 1:21 to go. And it's slapped away and stolen for a breakaway layup for Thomas in the slam. Oh, wow. Turnovers for touchdowns, they call it. Just like that. Back within 5, it's up to 9 in a matter of 15 seconds. Tucker crosses over, brings it inside, hangs, banks, no good, but a blocking foul will put Tuck at the line And a chance for the Panthers' leading scorer to get on the board for the first time with just 54 seconds remaining in this first half.
Nari Thomas really got some height on that jam after he stole the ball from Foster. Foster chased him down as if he was going to tackle him. So Nari just went up and jammed it.
Javon's been the Panthers' leading scorer from the get-go this season. 19 games he scored in double figures and 7 games of 20 or more.
Got a ways to go tonight. That was his first point.
He's only gotten 2 shots off from the floor so far. Taking plenty of time with his second one, as he is wont to do. Drains them both. He's got 2. Davenport back within 7 with under a minute to play in this first half. Assistant coach Grant Soffer will come over and join us at the half, we think. Ball slapped away and it's stolen away. Foster ahead to Ritt. 1-on-1. Alden crosses over and it's slapped out of his hands, nearly stolen. Boy, good quick hands that time by Robinson. He nearly picked it clean. Big possession for Davenport here. 8 seconds more than the shot clock is the game clock. They throw it out here to Smith and it's stolen away for another breakaway dunk for Tom. No, he'll leave it for Brown. Unselfish there. Thomas could have dunked. He said, no, I'll give my teammate do it. 9-point lead. Panthers will try to play for the final shot here. Foster will drive. Dylan Smith pops out, pump fakes, brings it in the lane, put it up, and it would have counted. Hitting the deck hard, one of the Lakers. Boy, I heard that thump all the way over here. Let's see if he's okay. First on Inari Thomas. He looks like he's okay.
Kind of staring at the ground, trying to get undiscombobulated after that fall.
That's a word, right?
No.
Okay, well, we're not going to quibble on the last game of the season here.
No, getting rid of some extra inventory, including not words.
Dylan Smith rolls in that first free throw. So the Panthers doing a much better job at the line this evening than we've seen for pretty much the entire season. And Dylan's 2 for 2. He's got 4. 4.3 seconds to go. Here we go. Bringing it across is Thomas. He'll jump it up just ahead of the buzzer and won't go. DU will be down by 7, 36-29, as they go to the locker room.
So you got somebody coming. Oh, here he comes, Coach.
Assistant coach Grant Stoffer joins us. Grant, the defense in the first 10 minutes I thought was pretty solid. What broke down in that final 10 minutes of that half?
You know, we just had a good amount of live ball turnovers, and they got out in transition, which we know is what they love to do. But it's really hard to get back and stop them when when we have live ball turnovers.
You're getting the ball inside to Mateus very successful here. How do you capitalize on that more in the second half? That's about all you got going on offense right now.
Yeah, I think that's something that we're going to look to, just get different looks, whether it's high-low or otherwise, but got to keep getting it to them. They didn't do a great job on them last time, so that was definitely part of our game plan. Just try to help those guys out and get them on the ball.
Thank you, Grant. Assistant coach Grant Stoffer. Davenport down by 7 spot, 36-29. Bill's got some team stats. I'll give you the scoring totals.
Yeah, we got some of them coming this way, but as we wait for them, one of the keys to the first half was a Davenport, for all of our whining over their justifiably, I think, free throw numbers this year. Davenport was 12 for 15 from the free throw line, whereas Roosevelt was 4 for 5. So Davenport picked up 8 points there in the trade-off. Roosevelt shot 52% in the first half. Davenport only 38%. That's not bad, but it won't help you when your opponents are over 50. rebounding numbers, Davenport had 15 and the visitors had 11 points in the paint. Therefore, Davenport, surprisingly, Roosevelt, which got off to a good start early in the paint, Roosevelt had 18 points in the paint to only 10 for Davenport, even though Davenport out-rebounded them. Also, the turnover numbers aren't that bad. Davenport with 11 and Roosevelt with 8. But points off turnovers, Roosevelt with 18 and Davenport with 6. 12-point spread there. The only other noticeable team stat, Rick, Roosevelt with 20 bench points. Davenport has only gotten 6 from its bench.
All right, your unofficial scoring totals for Roosevelt on top by 7 right now. 1 free throw for Griffin Yaklich. 4 points for Fred Robinson. 5 for Daniel Reed, including a 3-point bucket. 6 points for Forty Prater. He's got a 3 and an old-fashioned 3-point play. 6 for Anari Thomas and 6 for Aiden Campos with a pair of 3s off the bench. And a team-high 8 for Kennedy Brown on 4 buckets. So Brown 8, and then Campos, Thomas, and Prater with 6 apiece for the Lakers. For Davenport, just 6 players in the scorebook. 2 free throws for Javon Tucker, the Panthers' leading scorer. 3 points for Rayshawn Brown on a 3-point bucket. 3 for Isaiah Foster on a 3-point play. 4 for Dylan Smith, a basket and 2 out of 2 from the line. 4 for Aiden Moon, and a team in game-high 13 points for Mateus Vrabel, who has 3 baskets and 7 out of 10 from the line. So 13 for Vrabel, and then 4 each for Smith and Moon for DU. In the rebounding column for the Lakers, Yaklich, Prater, and Brown with 2 rebounds apiece. Dylan Smith has a game-high 3 rebounds for Davenport. In the assist column, not much going there, although Prater has 3 assists for the Lakers. So it's Roosevelt 36, Davenport 29 at the break. We'll let you listen to some music. We'll come back with the second half. Stay with us here on Flow Sports production of Davenport Basketball. We are just about ready for the start of the second half. Rick Berkey, Bill Rowan. Final game of the season for Davenport. Can they finish with a win against the Roosevelt Lakers, who have a 7-point lead at the half, 36-29? Bill, what are you looking for in the second half?
Just, well, more Vrabel. I was surprised at Coach's answer when you asked about that, because it almost sounded like he said, yeah, Vrabel's doing real well, so we want to see if we can get some different shots in the second half. Maybe I misunderstood, but you want more of that, and you can always count on Jovan Tucker for some points. He had only 2 in the first half, so let's get him going. Vrabel, keep it up. Tucker, let's get her started.
Well, Vrabel had 20 against them in the first game in the Windy City, along with 5 rebounds, so he's well on his way to continuing that. But you're right, we got to get Dylan Smith going on the other side. Roosevelt will start with the basketball, moving it left to right as you look at it, right to left as we look at it across from the team benches.
Quick good news for Roosevelt fans. Lake Superior is leading Saginaw Valley by 13 at half, 46-33, so you're having a good night so far.
Panthers will start the same starting 5. Mateus Vrabel, Aiden Moon, Dylan Smith, Joey Cabana, and Javon Tucker. Little short jumper on the side doesn't go, and Tucker grabs the rebound for your Panthers. You take it coast to coast off the window and got the friendly bounce.
So one goal we've got to start on, getting Tucker going.
Yeah, that's a key thing. You're not going to win a game with him out not getting double figures, I don't think. It's possible, but not likely. Yaklich a wraparound. Nice pump fake over there. Little bit running 8-footer doesn't go, and Moon snares the rebound. So Davenport gets 2 stops to start this second stanza. Pick and roll, Cabana gets the return. They'll double him. Somebody's open. That would be Tuck on the left side for the rainbow 3. No good. Defensive board that time by Yaklich. She's out there with Prater. Haywood. Thomas, and Robinson for the Roosevelt Lakers. 3-point launch by Fred Robinson is good.
Pretty shot.
First triple of the game for him. He had 3 of those kind against us at their place. Look out, Joey in double team, and they steal it away on the trap. Prater brings it up 2-on-2. No look pass goes out of bounds.
So I head back the other way.
Good to see D. Brown, the head coach of Roosevelt, moving around a little better. When we were up there in Chicago, he was in a boot. He had injured his foot. I see him favoring the leg a little bit, but at least he's moving around a whole lot better than he was. Cabana between the circles. Little high-low action. Instead, Dillon will bring it to the hole himself. Put it off the window, no good, but he'll draw the contact. And I think Khalid Haywood would become the first player with 3 fouls. Well, what's his 4th? He's got 4. Prater's got 3. Yeah. So they're getting in foul trouble. Dylan Smith at the line for a pair. He's short on that first one. He knocked down 2 in as many tries in the first half of his 4 points. He scored in double figures 5 of the last 7 games. Can't get that one to go. Vrabel nearly steals the rebound over the top. Empty trip for DU. Lakers from the Windy City looking to get a double figure lead. Dish inside, no shot. Boy, I tell you what, it looks like that was almost a travel with Prater. Second on Mateus Vrabel. He's got 2, Moon's got 2. And to my count, nobody else with more than 1 for the Panthers.
Coach Brown just, I guess it's because he's at the line, slapped Prater on the butt. I thought, when are you going to take him out? He's got 3 fouls. And you've got an 8-point lead, now 9. Wonder if he'll go, well, nobody up to come in. He's going to leave Prater in.
Yeah, and Haywood with 4. Both free throws good by Prater. He's got 8 in the game. Boy, they're leaving Haywood out there with 4 fouls. Lead up to 10 for the Lakers. They had a 10-point lead in the first half. Dylan Smith picks up his dribble on the baseline. Tuck fakes the 3. Cabana will take the triple try. Rims it off, no good. Rebound by Prater. Robinson brings it across on the fly. Panthers need stops. Tucker nearly steals. Retrieved by Prater. Over comes Robinson. Splits the defenders and draws the foul before the shooting effort.
Kennedy Brown coming in. Let's see who they pull out. Yeah, the 4-foul player, Khalil Haywood, heads to the bench with 4. Wondered if they were going to get him out.
Aiden Moon checks out with his 3rd foul for Davenport. Nice pump fake inside, banked up and in by Robinson. 5.5, 9 in the game, and the new biggest lead is 12, 43-31 in favor of the visitors from Chicago. Britt pops out. Cabana fakes it in the corner. Wide open 3. There's your rainbow triple try. It's off, no good. Rebound batted around loose. Yaklich comes away with it. 2-on-2. He'll drive, he'll scoop and score. Nice take by Griffin Yaklich. He's got 3. Lead up to 14 now.
He threaded his way past Ritt underneath.
Smith up high. Give and go nice to Vrabel. He'll put it and throw it down.
Nearly a gentle slam.
Vrabel gets his first 2 of the second half, 15 in the game. Leads everybody in scoring in that category. Screen here for Thomas. He'll jump it up from 17 and rim it home. And Ari Thomas with 8. Great balance here for the Lakers. They've got 6 players with 6 or more points. Deflection and near steal. It's out of bounds to DU.
15:34 to go in regulation.
First media timeout of the second half. Second half shooting. Davenport 2 for 5. The Lakers 4 for 6, including 1 for 1 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, they are at a hot 55% to Davenport's 39 right now.
Well, they've outscored Davenport by 12 from beyond the arc. 5 made threes to just 1 for your Panthers.
Yeah, 1 for 10 for Davenport from beyond the arc. Davenport's still doing okay on the boards.
We think, by the way, looking ahead, we think, Bill, that there is going to be a spring football game. It's not guaranteed, but we think that there is. If there is, we will broadcast it on dupanthers.com for you football fans.
You and I have been talking about all of the D1 schools, among others, that have begun to either cancel their spring games or so change the format as to give you the feeling that nobody really wants to risk injury anymore. We see load management in the NBA. We see college Division I players saying, I'm not playing in a bowl game, don't want to get hurt. I get it, but the game's disappearing. Everybody wants to be a football player. Nobody wants to play football.
You know, you mentioned the injury factor. Another factor also is the transfer portal.
Yeah, who's going to be on my roster?
Because usually, and there's a steal on the inbounds pass. Nice steal by Reed. Spring game is when coaches play a lot of guys that haven't proven themselves yet. And coaches are starting to say, well, no, I don't want to showcase my guys for somebody else just to take them away from us. In any case, back to the game here. 14-point lead for the Lakers, who led by 7 at the half. They've already doubled it up in the first 5 minutes since the break. Crossover dribble in the corner. Yaklich fakes the jumper. Little shot from Kennedy Brown will not count. Shot clock violation gives it back to DU.
Good news, because the margin is 14 and would have been 16.
Little high-low action, a screen. Vrabel fakes the screen, then dashes downside. Nice dish inside for the slam. Dylan to Vrabel with a game-high 17, a beautiful assist from Dylan Smith. Well, I'm telling you, we've seen this year, Bill, a lot of the pieces at different times.
Yeah.
It's just we haven't seen them together very often. Three-pointer from outside is short. Cabana with nice position for the rebound. Panthers looking for consecutive buckets. Rayshawn Brown, a three-point launch. Yes, sir! Second triple of the game for the senior from Arden, North Carolina, playing in his final game of his career. And a timeout, D. Brown, and just like that, the 14-point lead is down to 9. Pair of triples for your Panthers. Actually, a slam and a triple. Panthers down 9, 47-38. Let's try to catch you up back on that foul situation. Again, these are the stats as they show on our screen, which are not official. Should be close, though. For Roosevelt, Haywood with 4, Prater with 3 personals. For Davenport, Aiden Moon with 3, and Vrabel with 2. Nobody else with no more than 1 for either team at that point. I'm going to correct that. Yaklich and Brown have 2 apiece for the Lakers. Teams played back on January 18th when Roosevelt beat us 85-67 at that place. That was the first ever meeting between these two clubs. This is the first official year of GLIAC play for Roosevelt in athletics. We went there in the football season and brought home a victory there and a hard-fought win. Update from Saginaw Valley. Lake State leading Saginaw Valley by 20 now, 56-36. And that's the news that the Roosevelt fans want to hear.
20-point lead.
They started the action a game behind Saginaw Valley, which is down 20, as we just mentioned. And Roosevelt's fighting the game behind Saginaw Valley going after that final playoff spot. 8 teams get in, and currently Saginaw Valley is 8, Roosevelt's 9. Fouling inside on Davenport before the shot. Sean Brown picks up his second. And there's an offensive foul. Moving screen on Yaklich, that's his third. So D. Brown's team's getting in a little bit of foul trouble here. And Coach Brown is not happy with the verdict there by the gentlemen who are hired to make those decisions. Dylan Smith is fouled before the shot. That is team foul number 3 on the visitors. Each team with 3. First on Daniel Reed. Davenport will get it inbounds, having scored 5 straight. They want to go inside to Vrabel. Instead, Dylan Smith pump fake.
Ooh, did he want to shoot there?
Pick and roll, nothing open. Rayshawn just hit a 3, so he launches another one. No good. Vrabel had the rebound, and he was pushed before the shot. This could be number 3 on Kennedy Brown, and it is, I think. Let's check it.
He said number 11.
No, it's on Thomas, his second. It's not the third on Brown, it's the second on Thomas. With 14 fouls. DU trying to seize momentum here, right at the point they were getting in danger territory. Give and go back to Cabano, pump fakes the 3, brings it in the lane to a streaking Montrell Oliver, who goes for the dunk, and it's blocked beautifully by Prater. Montrell Oliver reared back for a one-hand slam, and he had it rejected, and the Lakers just throw it away the other way.
Sloppy basketball right now. Bad pass there by Yaklich, who was arguing with the official about a call just a minute earlier. D. Brown not happy. Davenport with the ball in the person of Cabana.
They go to Dylan Smith on the left block. He'll bring it inside, put it up, and draw another foul. That's either the 4th on Yaklich or the 3rd on Brown.
Well, if making faces would help, he'd be helping himself right now. He's not at all happy.
That is 2 starters now for Roosevelt with 4 personal fouls. Griffin Yaklich and Khalid Haywood, who was on the bench. Dylan Smith back to the line for 2. He made 2 in the first half, missed 2 in the second half, and he nails his first one here.
Davenport within 8.
Dylan splits the pair. The ball is going to be out of bounds. Saved beautifully that time by Prater. It's going to be the Panthers' ball, but the DU is still on a 6-0 run. Back within 8, as you mentioned. Yaklich in the corner thought about a 3, brings it in the baseline. Dumps it to Brown. Little 10-foot jumper is short. Rebound by Vrabel for DU. Number 4 for Mateus. Pick and roll with Matt. Mateus, can he save it? He does. Keeps the dribble alive inside it and slapped away by Yaklich. He'll go in one-on-one. Euro step, puts it up, no good, draws the foul, and he'll get 2 from the line. Boy, D. Brown really trusts his players. He keeps Yaklich out there with those 4 personals.
Yeah, he also just chewed him out there for not going straight to the bucket on that attempted layup after the steal. Yaklich changed directions in the last 5 feet.
Yaklich misses that first one. He was split 2 at the line in the first half. He's got 3 points in the game. Averages 7, but his strength of his game is rebounding. He's the number 2 rebounder in the league at a little over 7 boards per contest. The grad student from Joliet, Illinois will take a little more time with his second effort. Try to stop the 6-0 Davenport run, which he does. Panthers trying to get some more offensive flow going. They've been better here. Cabana to the elbow. Rayshawn Brown brings it in the lane. Lost control. It's loose. Grabbed by the Lakers. Here comes Prater, one-on-one. He'll put it up and, count the bucket and a foul on Montrell Oliver. I don't know what else Oliver could have done. Maybe fouled him a little harder, but give the bucket to Prater.
Yeah, I thought Prater read Oliver fairly well. I mean, recognized that I got a guy playing good D against me and kept the ball away so that all that Oliver could make contact with was his body. Basket and a foul.
Prater with 10 now in this well-balanced attack for the Lakers. He's got 10, Robinson 9, Brown 8. Cannot complete the three-point play. DU down by 11 with 12:05 to go. We'll get immediate timeout, next dead ball. Jonas Vanderwood in the lineup for DU. Measured a 3, didn't take. Now Dalen Smith on the right baseline, brings it into traffic. A little deep, so he'll hang and put it up. It's blocked, and a foul will put Dillon back at the line.
Ooh, who's this on?
Third on Kennedy Brown, his third. Will get immediate timeout. Well, the good news for the Roosevelt fans is they lead by double digits, 50-39. Bad news is they're getting in some serious foul trouble here with 2 starters with 4 and a couple other 2 others with 3 in the foul category.
If you were D. Brown, Rick, would you say, maybe they don't know how to play slow, but would you tell your guys, we got foul trouble. When we got the ball, I want 15 seconds or more to go by before we take a shot.
I think it's way too early for that myself.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Especially it's not their nature. They want to push it whenever they can, as D. Brown did when he was an All-American player at the University of Illinois.
Remember when we were really kids and they used to play that 4-corner offense in games like the ACC schools? You'd have
Dean
4-2.
Smith perfected it.
Yeah, 4-2 at halftime. Of course, no shot clock, so.
What a lot of people forget about that is back in that day prior to the shot clock, Dean Smith, who perfected that 4-corner offense at North Carolina, he was the biggest proponent of anybody for the shot clock, even though he mastered it.
They would just spread in all 4 corners of the offensive zone and just flip it back and forth.
Now they're trying to get rid of the tush push in the NFL. Dylan Smith doing a much better job at the line today. He's 4 for 7. Half dozen points for him. Splits a pair, rebound by the Lakers. 10-point lead. Roosevelt with the ball. Kennedy Brown stays out there with those 3 personals. Out pops Thomas. Amari Thomas with 8 so far. Thomas gets a screen. Instead, he kicks it over here to Robinson. Fred Robinson crosses it to the baseline. Falls from about 10. It's short. Vrabel snares the rebound for DU.
They did take 27 seconds off the shot clock there.
So maybe they did. 5 rebounds for Vrabel now. Panthers down 10 with 11:09 to go. Dylan Smith wants to go to work again. Brings it in the paint, little deep, but he forces it off the glass and gets it to go. 4 in each half for Dylan Smith's 8. Panthers back within 8, 50-42. Picking up the dribble is Thomas. Now they'll get it back over here to Fred Robinson, the junior. Skip pass on the right side. Here's a drive by Haywood. Jumper from the corner for 3, rims off. Vanderbilt gets the DU rebound. Yeah, Haywood's out there with 4 fouls, and Brown out there with 3 for the Lakers as we approach the midway point of the second half. Grable gives to Dillon. He wants it again. He's got a height advantage. See if they'll throw at him. Cabana, right corner. Skip pass. Vanderwood had a shot, but bobbled it. Couldn't get it off. Montrell Oliver brings it in the lane. Running 10-footer off the rim. No good. Dylan Smith got the rebound, but a foul, I think, on the rebound on the Lakers. And who gets it? It's on Robinson, his first. It's team foul number 7, so Dylan Smith will go back to the line for another 1-on-1. Dylan starting to stuff the stat sheet here with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Got a friendly roll on that first toss. If he can get this second one to go, that'll put him in double figures for the 6th time in the last 8 games for DU. Can't get the bounce on that second one. He's got 9. And the deficit is 7 for DU, 50-43. Drive to the lane. Cabana fouled before the shot. Nice take by Prater, who'll get to the line. It's actually, no, it's team foul number 6. So not shooting just yet. The next one they will. First foul on Joey C. Robinson will trigger it in. This is Prater. Open 3 from the left corner. Rims off, no good. Rebound fought for. It's out of bounds to the Panthers. Well, the Panthers are down. We're down 14, 47-33 at the 15-minute mark. They've cut that in half to get back within 7. Vanderwood got his man into the air. Grable in the paint. We're going to work. Pump fakes, puts it up off the glass, and gets it to go. He had 20 the first time these teams played. He's got 19 this evening. Well on his way. The next bucket, Bill, will give him a career high. That 20 points he got against the Lakers was their 3. Their high. 3 shot doesn't go. Rebound Cabana. DU with a chance to get closer than 5. Up high, Brable. Little watch Smith come over. Here he comes. Calling for it. They can't get it to him yet. Skip pass in the corner. Vanderwood, a 3-ball. Bingo! Jonas Vanderwood. First points in the game. And DU down by 14. 6.5 minutes ago is back within 2, 50-48. 3 on the other end, though, is dead center.
Boy, did they need that. Davenport coming on.
Big bucket there by Fred Robinson, the 4th, his second triple of the game. He's got 8.5, and he's in double figures with 12 now. Oliver puts it on the floor, picks up his dribble outside and throws it away. But Cabana steals it right back, and he's fouled in the backcourt. That'll be on Thomas's 3rd, and that'll put Joey Cabana at the line, which is a good thing for Davenport usually. 3rd on Thomas.
See Ritt and Aiden Moon checking back in. I noticed Moon has only played 12 of the first 32 minutes. That's a bit of a surprise.
Joey Cabana shooting a 1-on-1, the Panthers' top free throw shooter at 81%, and he missed it. number 4 in the league in free throws. Percentage going in. Under 8 minutes to go, immediate timeout coming. Davenport down 5. They crawled back within 2 just a moment ago. Before that big 3. Remember that 3-point shot by Fred Robinson. Nice take inside for the layup by Prater. He's got a dozen.
Quick.
5 straight by the Lakers. Get that lead back up to 7. Dylan Smith is fouled before he gets the shot off. He'll go back to the line after the blocking foul on Kennedy Brown, is it? Or is it Prater? No, Kennedy's not out there. It's got to be Prater. None of the above. It is on Thomas, his 4th. That is 3 key performers for the... I tell you, Panthers keep driving in there. Eventually, they think that they're going to get some guys disqualified.
Yeah, I'm watching D. Brown. I don't know if he's upset or if he's just trying to figure out, well, he's got one of his assistants doing the brain work on the bench right now.
So it's Amari Thomas, Haywood, and Yaklich, all with 4 personal fouls for the Lakers. Davenport's got Moon with 3, nobody else more than 2. This will be a 1-and-1 for the Panthers at the line with Dylan Smith. DU's committed only 6. It'll be a 1-and-1 the other way, but after this 1-and-1 attempt by Dylan Smith, it'll be double bonus the final 7.5 of this for DU.
Yeah, Roosevelt's got to take care of its own business because Lake Superior leads Saginaw Valley by 17, 67-50 with 11 minutes left. But if I'm Roosevelt, I'm suddenly worried about my own game.
Yeah, they led 50. Let me double check that. It was 14 points, 47-33, 5 minutes into the second half. From that point on, Davenport's outscored them 15-8 to get back within 7. They crawled within 2. Dylan Smith to the line.
Michigan Tech up 36-28 at Purdue Northwest. That matters because they have a 1-point lead over Lake Superior, 15-3 and 14-4 records.
Dylan 5 for 10 from the line. Now he gets in double figures with his 10th point. Can't get that second one to drop. Yaklich gets the board. Panthers in a zone defense here now. Inside, outside with Robinson. Now Robinson launches the triple try and nails it from the top of the key. He had 3 triples against us the first game. He's got 3 in the second half, all in the second half. He's got 11 in the half and team high 15 points. Davenport down by a 9 spot. They go to Dylan Smith again. Whips it over to Vrabel. Pump fake, little short shot, doesn't go, tapped around loose. Vrabel gets it again. Muscles it back up and draws the foul.
Some long arms there by Mateus. He went 1-on-3 underneath and got himself a shot at the foul line.
Where he is 7 for 10 this evening. Shooting a pair here. He was fouled in the shot, so it'll be 2 foul. It's the team foul number 10. It'll be 2 the rest of the way. And now he has tied his career high with 20 points. The second one will set a new career high in his first and only year in college basketball. The true freshman from the Czech Republic with 21 big ones. More importantly, gets Davenport back within 7, 58-51. in no hurry now. Again, using some clock. Again, with the foul trouble and the lead, the combination of that. Bump inside, nearly lost it, but jumper from the right side spins all the way around and in.
Helter-skelter there, and he got the bucket.
That's known as an all-around good shot in the trade. He joins the double-figure club with 10 for his team, the third in his squad with that category.
6 minutes to play.
Vanderwood couldn't get his feet set to launch the three. Moon back in there for DU. Smith, nice pump fake, puts it up with the left hand, can't get it to go, but he puts it back up again and gets it. A dozen for Dylan Smith.
He just added a little more power on his second shot.
Three ball from the corner, rattles out, no good. Rebound tapped around, Dylan Smith's got it. Dylan's sixth board of the game. Aiden Moon, the three-point launch. The Moon shot is dead center. 5 straight for your Panthers. They're back within 4 again, 60-56 with 5:11 to go. Panthers staying in that zone defense, having some success with it. Back between the circles. And Ari Thomas. He's got 10 in the game. Shot clock down to 5. Thomas penetrates, lost his balance, got it back. Left hand's off the window, no good. Vrabel with the board. DU can crawl a little closer. Joey C pushes it ahead. Aiden Moon just hit a three, gives to Dylan Smith. He's 14 feet away, works his way into the paint. Pump fake, falls away from about 8. Bank it home! 14 for Smith, and the Panthers are back within 2. And this sparse crowd into it here on the Davenport side with 4:17 to go. Yaklich looked inside, nothing there. Overcomes Robinson on the handoff. He backs up between the circle. Crosses over in the lane. And a foul, I think, away from the ball. I'm not sure. It's on Davenport, I know that.
That's his third.
Third on Dylan Smith. Team foul number 7. We'll put Robinson at the line for the first time. Guy's a good shooter, but not at the free throw line. Just 57% on the season.
Team is 7 for 10.
And he spins that first one in. $12 in the half and 16 in the game for the junior playing in his home city. He splits the pair. DVU down 3 as they come back here. They were down by 10 not that long ago.
Moon set up in the corner.
Cabana picks it up outside. They go to Vrabel in the paint, going to work. Go to work, big man. Puts it up and draws the foul. Who's it on? That could be, no,
I think it's Kennedy Brown.
He's got 4. We've got our final media timeout. If Roosevelt can hang on to their players, they got a good shot, but that is now 4 key performers out there with 4 fouls. 61-58, Davenport down by 3, and they'll be at the line with Mateus Vrabel shooting a pair when we come out of this timeout, Bill.
And now the score seems to be too close for Roosevelt to poke around and take its time. They got to score some points. They've gone cold, although their field goal percentage is still 51%. So that's hot. Davenport at 43.
But in the second half, Bill, Roosevelt, 3 for 7 from three-point land, 2 for 9 inside the arc. So unofficial scoring total leaders. I got Vrabel for 21. The stats say 19. I like my numbers better. Oh, the stat sheet's behind. I criticized them. They still haven't caught up yet.
By the way, Rick, I noticed Tucker was not on the floor at the last time out, and he's taking a seat on the bench with less than 4 to go.
So again, unofficially for Davenport, Vrabel with 21, Smith with 14. For Roosevelt, Robinson 16, Prater 12, and Thomas 10. Double bonus for Mateus Vrabel. The freshman knocks it down. First one's the toughest, Bill. When you're struggling at the line, which he has for most of the year. He continues to add to his career high. Give him 22 on the night. And he's still 22 as he splits the pair. Hughes back within a deuce, 61-59, 3:39 to go. Yeah, the Roosevelt bench is going to hold his breath every time there's a foul because they're in danger of losing key guys. Drive by Prater on the baseline, falls from about 14 and rattles it home. 14 for Prater, Davenport down by 4, 3:17 remaining. Between the circles, Joey Cabana sets up his double stack offense. Vrabel up high, puts it on the floor, in the paint, faking, puts it off the glass, no good. Dylan Smith gets the rebound and he's tied up. Arrow gives it to Davenport though. Good work by Dylan Smith. The defender had the angle on that ball. He just went back and snared it from him. They both got a hand on it. Shot clock reset to 20 for Davenport. Into Vrabel in the paint, and he is fouled before the shot. This will be the 4th on Prater. Oh my, it is.
Well, everybody ought to get 4. And they all do.
It is 4 on Prater, 4 on Thomas, 4 on Brown, 4 on Yaklich, 4 on Haywood. Most of them out there right now. Vrabel back to the line for 2. He just split a pair a moment ago. And he's short on that first one.
You got him with how many points?
22, career high.
Okay.
Also 6 rebounds. Dylan Smith has 5 boards. Oh, actually, these stats are wavy. The stat sheet's gone silent. Stat sheet's in purgatory. Second chance for Vrabel, who'd shot very well till missing 2 in a row now. And he missed 3 in a row.
Nice rebound. Nice rebound.
Kennedy Brown with that.
Cut the shooter off.
Just a hair under 3 minutes left. Roosevelt with the basketball in a 4-point lead. Again, Roosevelt trying to snare the final playoff spot in the GLIAC playoffs this week. Kennedy Brown, baseline jumper, doesn't go. Vrabel taps the rebound. Finally grabbed with one hand by Dylan Smith, his 6th. Actually, that's not correct. He's got more than that. Again, the stat sheet's gone quiet. Vrabel brings it inside, scoops it up on the fly, can't get it to go. Taps the rebound and it's grabbed. Boy, the lane opened right up for him. He just tried to finger roll with one hand.
Got a really bad bounce off the back of the rim.
It's a big possession for Roosevelt. We've got a 4-point lead with the ball. No hurry at all here. Prater wisely using some clock. D. Brown signals his play. Prater wants it in the lane, in the corner. Faking the 3 is Robinson. Yaklich at the top with 4. Yaklich in the paint. Falls away from 12. It is short. Touches nothing. Davenport gets it back.
That wasn't his shot, but he was running out of time.
Now to the credit of Roosevelt, they used the full shot clock there. So Davenport's got it with 1:55 to go, down by 4, but they want to get a shot that at least draws iron. Chance for a rebound. Panthers bring it down by 2 scores. Dylan Smith is fouled way out front. And Anari Thomas finally becomes the first player for the Lakers to be disqualified. He leaves with 10 points. And he'll be replaced by another guy with 4 fouls, Haywood. Panthers have after shooting well at the line here, struggling now as they, yeah. Again, the fatigue taking its toll on DU's big men. Wish we could give you up-to-date numbers. My stat sheet's totally dead. Is yours?
Yes, it is.
Still stuck on 63-59? Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, that is the score. It finally caught up. Dylan Smith gets the second one. Every point crucial for DU. It gets him back within one score. Dylan with 15, along with 9 rebounds. 1 rebound away from a double-double. Davenport down 3 with 98 seconds to go. Baseline jumper is good as gold for Prater. 16 for the senior, 10 of those in the second half. Davenport's down 5. Timeout Davenport. The scoreboard, which is unofficial, says Davenport has 1 timeout, and so does Roosevelt, with 1:27 remaining.
Panthers can hardly afford a miss now down the home stretch.
How about this for the Twin Towers, though, for Davenport? In this game, Bill, you combine Mateus Vrabel and Dylan Smith, 37 points and 17 rebounds and 5 assists. Nice output between the two.
And it's a different kind of basketball than most teams play nowadays.
Yeah, you're right. You don't see that.
Steph Curry firing from outside in the NBA. Everybody gunning the ball, and they're working inside.
Pull-up 3 on a 2-on-1 and a 3-on-2. We come back to play Davenport with the basketball, down by a 5 spot, 65-60 under the bucket. Again, unofficially, each team, actually, it says scoreboard now says Davenport has 2 timeouts left. Right in front of the bench, they trigger it into Moon. Smith up high, screen for him, in the paint, getting the corner. Vanderwood, a 3-point launch. No good, rebound Yaklich. Got a good look, got what they wanted. On the fly, this is Prater, crosses over and it's blocked by Dylan, but a foul. That's 4 on Dylan Smith, I believe.
Well, they put that on, they're showing it on Moon on the board.
Dylan was, well, that'd be 4 on Hayden, not 1 on Smith. Okay, I thought it was Dylan. 8 out of 12 at the line tonight are the Lakers. Now make it 9 out of 13 as Prater nails it. He continues this big second half. The number 2 scorer in the GLIAC now has 17, 11 of those since the intermission, and he can match his season average of 18 by knocking down this second one, which he does. DU's down 7. He crawled within 2, couldn't get closer. Screen for Cabana to the elbow in the corner. Vanderwood 3, back to Joey C. Fall away 3. Iron no good. Ritt with the rebound on the weak side, lost it. Stolen away by Yaklich. He'll get it ahead. This is Prater ahead of the pack. He'll lob for the slam. What a feed to Kennedy Brown. And the Panthers down 9 with under a minute to go.
They'll just about do it. Another steal.
Look out. Here they come with Robinson. He'll dribble to the corner and then pull it back out to the delight of his coach. Cabana will go out and commit a foul.
Starting to look like the Lakers will be tied for 8th place because Saginaw Valley is down by 17 late. That would make both teams 6 and 13 with 1 game to go. Roosevelt goes to Grand Valley Saturday. Saginaw Valley.
20 points now for the number 2 scorer in the league, 40 Prater. Ritt falls from the elbow, rims it off, no good. Rebound by the Lakers, they can spread it out. They don't have to shoot again, and Davenport will back it off, I think. Crossover for Prater, they'll double team him. Ritt was trying not to foul, but he lost his balance, and that'll put Robinson at the line for the final free throws of the game for the Lakers.
Team foul number 10 against the Panthers. At the line, number 5, Fred Robinson, the third shooting.
Robinson with 22.
Well, we missed 14 free throws tonight, Rick, but we did get 20 via the stripe. Visitors only getting 12, 13 now.
18 points for Fred Robinson. He makes both free throws. Dylan Smith, baseline 15-footer is off, and that will do it. The Roosevelt Lakers stay alive in their pursuit of the playoffs. Davenport falls. Final tally in the final game of the season for your Panthers. Roosevelt 73, Davenport 60. We will take a break. And we will come back with final scoring totals and final stats here on DUPanthers.com and Flow Sports.
Champions know how to seize opportunities. When they see moments of greatness unfold right before their eyes, they push as hard as they possibly can, and then they push harder. Because the heart of a champion never settles, never quits, and never stops giving its all. We are champions. We are Division II. We go big, we give it everything we've got, and we win. On the field, on our campuses, in our communities, for our causes, in our careers. We rise to become champions in everything we do. We are Division II, and there are no limits here. We make our time count. We set our own path. We become champions on our terms. It's time to up your game, because we're here to play and learn. But most importantly, we're here to discover ourselves, our vision, our heart, our drive, to achieve every goal we aim for, because we want to be champions at the highest level, life. At Division II, the opportunities are here. Are you ready?
Davenport falls to Roosevelt's Lakers in the final game of the season for DU. Unofficial scoring totals for Roosevelt, which is now 6-13 in the league. And as we said, we didn't get a final from Saginaw, Bill. We'll try to see if we do before we go off the air. But it looks like they're going to move into a tie for the 8th and final spot in the playoffs, with each team having one game left on Saturday. And Roosevelt owns the tiebreaker, which means Roosevelt, if they win their game Saturday, it doesn't matter what Saginaw does, providing Saginaw does not make a miracle comeback against Lake Superior State.
And they're not going to. Lake Superior State up by 22 over Saginaw Valley with a minute to play.
So Roosevelt's going to be having a win and you're in situation. They could get in with a loss, actually, as they're now tied. All right, for Roosevelt, now 6-13, 9-20 overall. 4 points for Yaklich. Aiden Campos, 6 on a pair of threes in the first half. 5 points for Daniel Reed. He had a 3 in that first half. And then 4 players in double figures. Anari Thomas with 10, Kennedy Brown with 10. 18 for Fred Robinson, the fourth, with 14 of his points coming in the second half, and a team-high 20 points for Prater, who had 14 in the second half. Prater had 1 3 in the game, and Fred Robinson had 3 for the Lakers. Davenport finishes the season 1-19 in league play, 5-23 overall. 3-point bucket for Jonas Vanderwood in that second half. 3-point play for Isaiah Foster in the first half. 3-point bucket for Rayshawn to make that 2 threes. 6 points for Rayshawn Brown in his final Panther career game. I said Vanderwood had 3. 7 points for Aiden Moon, including a 3-point bucket in the second half. Joey Cabana did not score in his season finale here for Davenport. And then 2 players in double figures for DU. 15 for Dylan Smith. He had 11 in the second half. And a team in game high 22 points for Mateus Vrabel, career high, as he had 20 against Roosevelt in Chicago earlier this year, and he had 22 tonight. So Vrabel 22, Dylan Smith 15, and Aiden Moon 7 leads the way for Davenport. Here's Bill with some team stats.
Yeah, I think the visitors outshot us and outquicked us tonight. Davenport shooting 40%, but Roosevelt 51, and steals. Roosevelt stole the ball 15 times, Davenport only 5. I think of that as something reflecting quickness, and Davenport did also turn the ball over a total of 17 times, only 13 for the visitors. Davenport 20 for 34 from the free throw line. They had more free throws, 20, than Roosevelt, which was 14 for 18. But again, Davenport left 14 on the floor in terms of missed free throws tonight. The only other significant stats, bench points, 26-12 advantage for Roosevelt in the last one in a game where, again, I think the other team was faster than we were. Roosevelt with 18 points on fast breaks, Davenport with 5 points.
Individual rebounding for the Lakers. Griffin Yaklich with 8 boards. Fred Prater had 6. For Davenport, Dylan Smith 9, and Mateus Vrabel had 8. And Fred Prater, by the 40 Prater, in addition to a team-high 20 points and 6 rebounds, also had a game-high 7 assists. Dylan Smith had 4 assists for Davenport to lead in that category. Well, Davenport, the youngest team in the league by far, with starting 3 true freshmen most of the season, and often playing 4 freshmen at a time out there. They took some lumps, see if they can grow from it, have good off seasons, come back, and we'll get them again next year, Bill.
Yeah, Rick, I enjoyed working with you. I continue to learn from you. I wouldn't do everything you do, but thanks a lot. I very much enjoyed it.
All right, that'll wrap it up here again. Thanks to the Sports Information Department from Davenport, as Ryan, Justice, and Anthony have kept us informed throughout the season. Most of all, thank to you, the listener. Oh, don't forget our technical brilliance up top again. Peyton and the gang up there have done a great job with us, covering us all season up there with the video and audio things. And most of all, Bill and I want to thank you, the listeners and viewers who've stayed in with us throughout this tough season. It's been tough, but the Panthers kept fighting all the way through and never gave in. And hopefully we'll gain some experience that will help them next year. That'll wrap it up again for Bill Rowan. This is Rick Berkey saying thanks for joining us. Once again, the unhappy totals tonight from Davenport. Roosevelt's Lakers 73. Davenport 60. So long and good season, everyone.